Testing. Okay.
He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram. जग में सचोते उड़ान हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम तू ही माता तू ही पिता है तू ही माता तू ही पिता है जग में सचो तेरो नाम हे राम 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 अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी तू है राधा का श्याम हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम जग में सचो देव राम राम हे राम हे राम हे राम
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give each one of you a flower. You just take one down and pass it. Good. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to start off by standing up first. I'm going to say a few prayers and then I'll let you know when to sit down. So go ahead and stand up for me. And watch these right here. You're going to hold on to those flowers in your hands. Om Shri Padmatmani Namaham. Namaste devotees and Jai Sita Ram. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday morning satsang this beautiful July 17th, 2022. As we commence with our puja for today, I ask that we go ahead and get our minds and bodies prepared for our prayers. To do so, I ask that you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your spine, drop your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead, clasp your hands and close your eyes, making sure that your body stays nice and relaxed. With your eyes closed, devotees, at this time, void your mind of all negative thoughts, all worldly attachments, all material feelings, and focus on the form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you focus and one that helps you concentrate. And join together with me as we chant our opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevashishyate Ishawasyam Idam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagathyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjata Mavrutha Kasya Svidhanam Om Sahanavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. We offer prayers to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify this yajna upon which we sit. Om Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastane Mandike Vishnu Patni Namastuyam Padasparasham Kshamaswame Om Prithvi Tvaya Drathanukam Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadratham Tvam Sharharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Alright kids, you're going to take your seat and place your flower down on the altar right here. Good job. Right. Arrange myself so I can stretch out to each one of you. So you're going to take some water in your right hand first, and you're going to wash your hands, okay? Take your hands and rub them together after I place a drop of water in them. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Govindaya Namaham. I'm going to do this so it's a little bit easier for me to reach. Okay. No, you're okay. So the next thing you're going to do, take your left hand out, put your right hand on top. Good. And then put your pointer finger and your thumb together just like this. So we're going to sip water from our hands 3 times. You'll drink it when I say the word swaha. Okay? Let me get the water in your hand first, and then we'll drink it in a second. It's not going to be a lot of water. Om Amritopastadamasi Swaha. Good job. We're going to do that 2 more times, okay? Om Amritapidhanamasi Swaha. Good. And this will be the final time that we drink water. Om Satyam Yashaha Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. Good. And you're going to wash your hands again. And then you can take your paper towel and dry your hands off after you wash them. Om Napavitra Pavitravam Sarvashtam Gato Pivaha Yahasmeret Pundari Paksham Sabhayabhyam Tarashmuchiyum. They're not allergic to chandan or anything, are they? I'm going to take some of this chandan, I'm going to put it onto your foreheads, okay? Om Chandana Simhat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Aparam Harite Nityam Lakshmi Stishtite Saravadam. Okay. I didn't want to get it on your hair. I don't have that problem. Yep, I made her laugh. I did it. Good. Alright, we're going to take some water into our left hand now. Just a single drop. And you guys are going to follow along after me. We're going to perform Angsparsh. We're going to bless the various parts of our body. So with that water in your left hand, take your right hand ring finger. It's going to be this one right here. Throw it right next to your pinky. Very good. Stick it in the water. And then you're going to touch your lips first. Good. Om Wang Measis to ask, O Lord, by thy grace, may my tongue be blessed with power of speech. We'll touch our nose next. Om Nasodame Pran. Notice to ask, O Lord, may my nostrils be blessed with healthy vital air. Our eyes. Om Akshodame Chakshuras to ask, O Lord, may my eyes be blessed with the perfect power of vision. Our ears. Om Kanyodame Shrotamas to ask, O Lord, may my ears be blessed with the power of hearing. We'll touch our shoulders next. Om Bahodame Balamas to ask, O Lord, may my arms be blessed with strength. Your legs. Om Odhodame Ojos to ask, O Lord, may my legs be blessed with vitality. You're going to rub your hands together, and then you're going to go over your entire body. Om Arishtani Myangani Tanustanwame Sahasan. We ask, O Lord, may all the other parts of my body be safe from harm, rendering them healthy and sound for life's daily work. Very good job. All right. I'm going to take some more flowers. Just one for each of you. Very good. And then we're going to join together as we all commence in chanting the most powerful Gayatri Mantra. Om Magakshe Varade Devi Akshari Brahmavadini Gayatri Jagate Mathare Vishwayoni Namostute Om Bhuri Bhuvaswaha Tatsavithurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhuri Bhuvaswaha Tatsavithurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhuri Bhuvaswaha Tatsavithurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Prem Gayatri Mata Ki Jai. You're going to take your flowers. You can just place them down anywhere right here in the front. Very good. And I'm actually going to give you just one flower for now because we don't have too many. You're going to hold this red flower in your hand. What's your favorite color? Red? What's your favorite color? Red? What about you? Blue? Good. We have some variation. Red, red, and blue. So when we worship any of the devotees, they also have a favorite color. And so Lord Ganesh, who's our elephant-headed god, his favorite color is, you want to take a guess? Yeah, red. So whenever we offer anything to Lord Ganesh, we offer red. Lord Ganesh is the remover and the destroyer of all obstacles in our life. And so as we hold that flower in our hands, we say, "Or Lord Ganesh." Yes, very good. And you can touch your sister if you don't want to stretch too far. Good. We ask, "O Lord Ganesh, remove any obstacles in our way." Obstacles are physical. Could be, I don't know, a bug that's crossing our path that we don't want to step on or have to deal with. It could be something mental, something emotional. It could be something spiritual. So we ask, O Ganapati Bhagwan, as we pray to you and as we worship you, remove any obstacles in our way so we can live a safe, happy, and healthy life. Om Shri Ganapati Namaha. Om Jananam Bhuta Vanadhi Sevitam Papita Jambu Balachara Bhakshanam Om Asutam Shokha Vinashkarkam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. If there are any members of the Kirtan group or in the congregation that would like to offer bhajan to Lord Ganesh, so we do so at this time. So we can commence with our puja up front.
Bande Ganapati Vigana Vinashana Helambodara Gajanana. Bande Ganapati Vigana Vinashana Helambodara Gajanana. रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो, रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो, हे शशि शिखर वंदना। बंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबो Gajana. Bande Ganapati Vigana Vinashana Helambo Gajana. Jodhyave Vanchit Palapave Jodhyave Vanchit अग्रदेव तुम्हि वंदना अग्रदेव तुम्हि वंदना वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना हे लंबोदर गजानना काम क्रोध मद लोभ आदि हरो काम क्रोध मद लोभ आदि हरो निर्विकार निर्ममना निर्विकार निर्ममना वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो हे शशि शिखर वंदना वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना वंदे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना हे लंबोदर गजानना हे लंबोदर गजानना
We're going to do our last step, which is we're going to take some water and we're going to sprinkle it around for Lord Ganesh. You're just going to sprinkle it around right here 3 times. Om sarva papaharam divyam gangayam nirmalam jalam achmanamay raktam grahitam purushottamam om shrigan gadapati namo namam om gandham pushpam dupam deepam naivedam akantaritu achmanyam svarpayami. Very good. And I'm going to hand you this one last red flower and we're going to offer our final prayers to, or we call it our final pratana to Lord Ganesh. You're just going to hold on to that and focus on the Lord Ganesh. महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ रक्ष रक्ष गणाध्यक्ष रक्ष त्रैलोक्य रक्षका भक्तानां भयं कर्ता त्राता भव भवारणवार ॐ श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमः प्रेम से बोलो गणेश भगवान की जय. Take your flower, place it down right here in front of Lord Ganesh. Very good. And then take blessings. Excellent. We offer prayers next to that mother of knowledge and learning and that mother of wisdom in this universe. We offer prayers to Mother Saraswati. I'm always going to give you a hint. So what is Mother Saraswati's favorite color? Yeah, very good. Very good. So we always make sure we offer white flowers to her. So you're going to take that, hold on to it, and we'll offer our prayers. Om Saraswati Mahamani Vidye Kamalaluchide Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute Om Saraswati Namastobhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhiram Bhavatu Sada Siddhiram Bhavatu Sada Om Mahasaraswati Namah. You gotta place the flower down right there. Alright, we got a good one. We offer prayers next to that mother of light in this universe, that mother of prosperity and wealth. You're just going to hold on to that one. And that's known as Mother Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi sits back here. She always sits on a lotus flower. And you want to guess what color her lotus flower is? It's pink. So you know what her favorite color is? Yeah, I'm going to ask you this question. It's going to get kind of trite after a while, but I'm going to ask that question every time. And I'm also going to light this diya right here because remember, Mother Lakshmi is known as the mother of light. She ensures that light pervades our universe, that we stay in a bright, happy place. Because nobody's really scared of the light. We're more scared of the dark typically, aren't we? Do you guys do that thing where you try to run to your room before the light goes off? I do that all the time. So we offer prayers to Mother Lakshmi, that mother of light. Om Lakshmi Karotu Bhayyanam Arogyam Dana Sampada Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Dekesara Pujite Shankar Chakra Garahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Namaste Garudarodhi Kulasura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Sarvagi Sarvarade Sarva Dushta Bhayankari Sarva Dukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Adyantarhite Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Stula Sukshma Maharaudre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Padmasana Sthiti Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Paramishi Jagane Madhan Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Shvetambardhare Devi Nana Alankar Bhushade Jagatastite Jagane Madhar Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Mahalakshmi Namah. You're going to try to take your flower and just place it down right here in front of the diya. Yeah, and I got you. I'll help you out. Good. So the next mother we offer prayers to is that universal mother and that destroyer of all evils in our life. We offer prayers to Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Now Mother Durga actually has two favorite colors, but those colors change depending on the season. So the two that we typically offer are red and yellow. When we're in the spring season, the most auspicious color to offer is yellow. And when we're in the fall, it's going to be red. But with that being said, there's no bad time to offer either color. You can do it if you want. So if you can't get your hands on red flowers or only yellow, then offer the yellow, and vice versa. This one's Mother Durga. She's the one who rides the lion. She has multiple arms because she's a defender. She's a warrior. She protects us, our homes, our families, and our spirits. So we join together as we offer our prayers to Mother Durga. Durgakshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Jai Bande Chamunde Jai Bharati Haradini Jai Sarvagate Devi Haradhatri Namostute Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnu Maiti Shamdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah, Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Lakshmi Rupena Samstita, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah, Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Shakti Rupena Samstita, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah, Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Shraddharupena Samstita, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah, Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Shanti Rupena Samstita, Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasya namo namah. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu tushtirupena samstita. Namastasya 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 namo namah. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu dayarupena samstita. Namastasya 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 namo namah. As we pray to Mother Durga devotees, we say Om Durga Mata, thou art the universal mother, and we your children worship you in the many forms. O Ma, we see was Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. As we pray to you, O Ma, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we join together as we offer praise to Mother Durga in the form of the Universal Mother, Matri Rupe. Ya Devi Sarvam Bhuteshu Matri Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasye Namo Namah. Dehi Saubhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Nehi Jayam Nehi Shuddhi. At this time, devotees, I ask that members of the congregation offer about 2 bhajans dedicated to Mother Saraswati, Mother Lakshmi, or Adi Shakti Durga Mata as we continue with our puja up front.
Hey Anadhan ki Maharani, Ajay Lakshmi Rani. Hey Anadhan ki Maharani, Ajay Lakshmi Rani. Tache kara kara pooje prani, Ajay Lakshmi Rani. Tache kara kara pooje prani, Ajay Lakshmi Rani.
मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ, मेरे सुन ले पुकार है माँ। ओ मैया नैया पार लगा, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ।
मैं हूँ आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ।
आते पे सिंदूर बिराजे, माथे पे सिंदूर बिराजे। रूपनी पने वेद चढ़ावे, मैं तू लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार, मैं तू लाए है फूल तेरे द्वार। है मेरी सुन ले पुकार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हूँ
आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ।
जीवन नैया पार लगाए, जीवन नैया पार लगाए। चरण कमल ने आने वाले, तू ही अंतर्यामी माँ, तू ही अंतर्यामी माँ। है मेरी सुन ले पुकार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी माँ। मैं हूँ
आया है तेरे द्वार, हो जय महालक्ष्मी
तू है लक्ष्मी शारदा, तू है लक्ष्मी शारदा। तू ही विष्णु पत्नी है जग जननी, तू दीन बंधु है माँ, तू दीन बंधु है माँ। हे मेरी सुन ले
Shakti Durga Mata ki jai. I'm going to give each one of you a flower to hold. Devotees, before we commence our puja for the Navgraha Devata, some of you weren't here, so that's understandable. You get to avoid the homework from last week. But last week I gave some of you who are here and those of you who are watching via YouTube some homework. We said the Navgraha Devata is 9 planets, and there's 7 days of the week. So for 7 Navgraha Devata, we have a day that represents each Navgraha Devata. We talked about today. Today is Sunday. It's known as Ravivar. Ravivar is for which planet? Planet. Suryanarayan Bhagwan. The sun. Sunday. Makes sense, right? We talked about Monday. Somwar. Somwar is for Chandrama, and Chandrama is representative of white. So that's on Monday. Tuesday, we talked about Bhuma, which is for Mars, and that's red. So that's Bhumwar. And then Mangalwar, which is Buddha, is Mercury. That's green. That's on Wednesday. So I asked you to look for Thursday. What is Thursday? Which planet does it represent, and what's the color? And there's a very representative holiday that happens this week that lets us know. So what is... Mahendra's like looking at me real hard. No, Auntie Drew's going to answer Mahendra because she wrote it down. Brihaspati, very good. Jupiter. Very good. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. So, Auntie Drew handed it out very well. Round of applause. She did her homework. So, Auntie Drew, next week when I ask, you're not allowed to answer. Okay? You've fulfilled. You're not allowed to answer anymore. Thursday is for Brihaspati. There's a very specific name for Brihaspati. Do you know who we are supposed to worship on Thursdays? Not Shiva, not a specific deva. Who do we pay respect and obediences to on Thursdays? Our Guru. So, with knowing that Brihaspati represents Guru, Thursday is known in Hindi translated is Guruwar. Guruwar. That's how you say Thursday in Sanskrit and Hindi. Guruwar represents Brihaspati, but it's also a day in which we worship and we recognize our gurus. Now, a guru means teacher. Specifically in Sanatana Dharma, there's 3 sects and 3 classifications of gurus. First and foremost, we have our spiritual gurus. So you all know my spiritual guru is Pandit Tej Pratap Tiwari. He practices here, he does his pujas every soir. Whenever I have a question, he's the first person I go to. He's my spiritual guru. He's the one who taught me about Bhagwan and how to worship and how to do the things that I do. So that's our first sect, our spiritual guru. The second one we have in Sanatana Dharma is our educational gurus. That's more than one guru typically. It's your math teacher, your English teacher, your science teacher. Those teachers that teach you about the world and how certain things are supposed to work. English, we learn about grammar and syntax, how we're supposed to speak, what are our parts of speech, how do those parts of speech relate to each other. In mathematics, we learn things like the unit circle, addition, subtraction, multiplication. In science, we learn why the sun produces heat, we learn why the sky is blue, and we learn why plants grow and how the water cycle works. So they give us educational pieces about the world. They give us knowledge. And then finally, we have our third guru. Our third guru is what we call our life guru. So we have one about spiritual, one about the world around us, and one about life. Your life guru tends to be the people who raised you. So who raised you? Your mom and dad. Do your mom and dad tell you things about life all the time? How good you have to be to people, what you should say, what you shouldn't say? Yeah, for the most part, right? So your parents are those first gurus in your life. They're the ones who teach you about right and wrong. They're the ones who teach you about the paths in life. They're the ones who teach you how to act in society and how to behave in society. Gurus take all shapes and forms all the time. And we have to pay respect to our gurus. We have to make sure that we, and I don't want to say worship them, but give them the respect they deserve. Because at the end of the day, who shaped you into the person that you are? It's a question for the congregation. Who shaped you into who you are? Your parents, your teachers, your pundits, anybody who had an effect on your life that turned that knowledge that you may have had or given you knowledge and then turned that knowledge into wisdom. Knowledge is knowing you have to be a good person. Wisdom is opening that door for that person who needs it without expecting any thank you in return. That's what we learn. That's what our gurus teach us. So remember, Thursday is for Brihaspati. It is Jupiter. It's known as Guruwar, and we use the color yellow for Thursdays. All right, enough with the education. Let's take those flowers in our hands now. And we're going to focus our minds on the feet of today, which being Surya Narayan Bhagwan, right? Ravivar. And we offer prayers to the Navgraha Devata. Om Navgraha Devataaya Namaha. Brahma Murari Tripura Dhamari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Bodhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Keto Sarvingraha Shanti Pradam Bhavanti Sarvingraha Shanti Pradam.
Om
gonna take your-
Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah. Suryaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah, Chandramaya Namah,
Chandramaya Namah. Bhumaya Namah.
Chandramaya Namah, Budhaya Namah,
Buddhaya
As mentioned before, devotees, today is known as Ravivar. It's Sunday, and it's the day we worship Surya Narayan Bhagwan. So I ask that we join together as we offer our pratana to Surya Narayan Bhagwan. Om Suryaya Namaha. 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 Adidya Namasubhyam Prasudha Mama Bhashkaram Devakar Namastubhyam Prabhakar Namostubhyam Suryaya Namaha. Suryaya Namaha. Suryaya Namaha. Suryaya Namaha. Om Prem Savrana Brahadi Dhaki Jai Prem Savra Surya Narayan Bhagwan Ki Jai. I need to make a point of clarification, devotees, because I said the wrong day just now. So Sunday is Ravivar, Monday is Somawar, that's for Chandrama. Tuesday is known as, let me make sure I say that right, is Mangalwar. Mangalwar is for Bumha, and that's red. And then that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday is Budhawar, that's Mercury green, and then Thursday is Guruwar. So I misstated before because I told you that Tuesday was Budhawar and the other one was so. Tuesday is Mangalwar, Wednesday is Budhwar. Okay. I just wanted to make that clarification. I was praying and it was bugging me and it distracted me. And as you know, when you're distracted and you're praying, that's not a good thing. Go ahead and hand these to your siblings, please. At this time, devotees, as we join together and as we offer prayers, that's the standard of all things dharmic and all things righteous in this universe. We offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnu Namaha. Om Shantakaram Mojagashayanam Padmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Vadan Sadrasham Meghavarnam Shubhanam Om Lakshmi Katam Kamalenayanam Yogibhiradhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavayaharam Sarvalokitanatham Om Sashankachakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapitavasram Sarasinoheshanam Sahara Vakshastalashobhikostubhashriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam. At this time, devotees, we offer prayers to the seventh incarnation, Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Sita. Om Jagat Sutha Jagajanani Janaki Atashaya Priya Karunanidanaki Taki Chukapada Kamalamana Om Jasu Kripa Nilamalamatita. We offer prayers to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Javam Marata Tulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimata Varishta Vatatyamaniriyothamukyam Shri Ramarutam Sharanam Prapati Shri Ramarutam Sharanam Prapati. And finally, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Pararavindham Mukharavindhe Vinivishrayanam Vattasya Patrasya Putishrayanam Valam Mukundam Manasasmaram Valam Mukundam Manasasmaram Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Mukham Karoti Vatshalam Thamulam Vayadigirim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Om Asunim Sutam Devam Sakshanura Maradanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru Krishnam Vande Jagatguru. At this time, devotees, ask members of the congregation offer about 3 bhajans to either Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, Mother Sita, Hanuman Swami, or Bhagwan Shri Krishna as we commence with our puja.
Om Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurudev Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurudev Namaha. Shri Ram Ramaya Namah. 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 Ram Charan hai तीरथ पावन. Ram Charan hai तीरथ पावन. कपि तो पहले मैं ही सावन. कपि तो पहले मैं ये सावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः.
Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah.
राम चरण मित मंगल धामु. नगर नगर में कतई सुनाहु. राम चरण मित मंगल धामु. नगर नगर में कतई सुनाहु. सुंदर छवि प्रभु की मन भावन. सुंदर छवि प्रभु की मन भावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः.
Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah.
राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. राम चरण भजु रंग गोसाई. राम नाम है सरस सुहाई. राम चरण भजु रंग गोसाई. राम नाम है सरस सुहाई. दास नारायण नायन सुहावन. दास नारायण नायन सुहावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. राम चरण है तीरथ पावन. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः.
Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah.
श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री राम रमाय नमः. श्री
Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Sri Ram Ramaya Namah. Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jan Vallabha. Jai Gopi Jan जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई दुर्योधन को मेवाता गो दुर्योधन को मेवाता गो सागा विदुरा करियाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई छूते फल सबरी के खाई छूते सब सबरी के खाई बहुविधि प्रेम लगाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई प्रेम के बसर अर्जुन रतिहा को प्रेम के बसर अर्जुन रतिहा को भूल गए चतुराई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई ऐसे प्रीत बरी वृंदावन ऐसे प्रीत बरी वृंदावन गोपनी नाच आई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सूरज ने अकलायक नाई सूरज के लायक नाई कहे सब ले करी बिहारी सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
ले चल अपनी नागरिया, ले चल अपनी नागरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया। ले चल भजन ले चल अपनी नागरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया। सरजू के तीर अयोध्या नगरी, सरजू के तीर, सरजू के तीर अयोध्या नगरी। संत बरे जहाँ, संत बरे जहाँ, संत बरे जहाँ दागरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया। ले चल अपनी नागरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया,
अवध बिहारी सावरिया।
तनक भवन सिया रघुबर राजे, तनक भवन सिया रघुबर राजे। चरणों में अंजन लाल विराजे, चरणों में अंजन लाल विराजे। देख भई मैं, देख भई मैं, देख भई मैं बावरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया, अवध बिहारी सावरिया। ले चल अपनी नागरिया, ले चल अपनी नागरिया अवध बिहारी सावरिया अवध बिहारी सावरिया अवध बिहारी सावरिया अवध बिहारी सावरिया.
Just gonna hand you this one flower. प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय. प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय. प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय. प्रेम से बोलो कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. Place your flower down right here in front of Lord Vishnu. I'm going to hand you this one flower to hold on to. Very good. And devotees, at this time I ask that we join together as we offer prayers to that universal Father and that universal Guru, to that destroyer of all evils in our life and in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Santam Hirdayaragavinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namam Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namam. You guys are going to go over to the lingam with Mahendra? You're going to go do puja up front. Yeah, you're going to place a flower on the lingam up front. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sikhe Prabhu Prayodhata Panivarane Hime आज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मम शिव हरे जयम शिव हरे जयम. You can just play a normal bhajan teka. I'll make it work. Shiva hare jayam. Shiva Hare Vijayam
शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं 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 शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva bam bam bam. Shiva bam 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 bola bajave damaro. Shiva bam 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 bola damaro. Bajave damaro. Bajave damaro. Bajave damaro. Shiv bajave damaro. Shiva bam 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 bola bajave damaro. Shiva bam 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 bola bajave damaro. Koi chadhawe pan pul, koi chadhawe mala, koi chadhawe pan pul, koi chadhawe mala, koi mango
आओ बेटो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बेटो
तो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी के मंदिर में।
आओ बेटो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी के मंदिर में। आओ बेटो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। शिव जी की मंदिर में।
शिव जी के मंदिर में।
शिव जी की मंदिर में। शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी के मंदिर में। सोना के
यदि मूर्ति बनी है।
सोना के यदि मूर्ति बनी है। सोना की अब मूर्ति बनी है। सीता और श्री राम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना। तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना। तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना। लक्ष्मण और हनुमान शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। 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 आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में।
हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम सोमेश्वराय। हरि ओम सोमेश्वराय। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम करेश्वराय। हरि ओम करेश्वराय। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम गंगाधराय। हरि ओम गंगाधराय। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Sumeshwaraya, Hari Om Sumeshwaraya, 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 Om
Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Go and hold on to those. And one to your brother and sister. Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they may have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. We ask that their passage may be a smooth and sure. सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव मण्डनात् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव मण्डनात् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्युर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ गणपते नमः ॐ कार्तिकेय नमः ॐ नन्दीश्वराय नमः ॐ वासुदेवाय नमः ॐ श्री सांबसुधा शिवाय नमः प्रेम से बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की जय. Devotees, this past week, as I mentioned earlier, we celebrated an event known as Guru Purnima. So for those of us who have a guru, which we all should have a guru or two in our lives, we join together and offer a prayer toward a guru. If you cannot think about a specific guru, I ask that you take Lord Shiva or any devata in your mind as a universal guru, as we join together in prayer. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa Prem se Guru Deo Ki Jai. You're going to take your flowers, place it by Lord Shiva. Just be careful for that diya that's right there. And devotees, for anybody who has prasad that they'd like to try away, I ask that you please come forth at this time with your prasad. I think this belongs to you all. I did a little bit of rearranging. I hope that's okay. Hold on one second. I gotta say the prayer first. Sita Ram Tigalo. Do you have Tulsi on Tigalo? Do you have Tulsi in yours? Okay. Auntie Drew, do you have Tulsi? Okay. Perfect. You prepared it way ahead of me. I don't even know why I asked. Auntie Drew, if you could hand this to those that are behind you, please. Right over here. Everybody good? Okay. Excellent. We're going to hold our prasad in both hands and join together as we offer these prayers. Naivedyam grihitam deva bhakti mehi chalam kuru ipsitam evaram lehi paratreha paranyati om idam palam maya deva stapitam buddhastuvate me sapalamaptir bhavich janmani janmani Om Sarva Papaharam Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Mayaratam Girhitam Purushottamam. You're going to offer your prasad. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and go 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Some of your prasad, place it on each one, any one of the mortis that you want, and put an orange or 2 down. Okay? And get all those
Ram
flowers down too.
Rasiya Mero Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Ram Rasiya Mero Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagavo Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mero Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagavo Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mero Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagavo Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mero Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagavo Rasiya सेवरी के बैर सुदामा के तंदुल सेवरी के बैर सुदामा की तंदुल प्रेम सहित तूने खायो रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया राम रसिया मेरो मन बसिया
रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया
दुर्योधन घर में वा त्यागे दुर्योधन घर में वा त्यागे साग विदुर गय खायो रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया राम रसिया
मन मन बसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया
ऐसो भोग लगाओ मेरे राघव ऐसो भोग लगाओ मेरे राघव सब अमृत हो गाओ रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया राम रसिया
मन मन बसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया
जो कोई अमृत है पावे जो कोई अमृत है पावे सोई अमर हुई जाए रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया राम रसिया
मन मन बसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया
रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया
Devotees, for all those who are desirous of participating in our Howland ceremony, I ask that you please come forth at this time. You guys ready? Okay. We're going to go ahead and start by lighting the Howland Kun. यस्य धीमग्रेध्वजम् होतारं रत्नधातमम् अग्निदेवाय नमः We're going to offer both the samagri and the ghee into the hawanka. Om Prajapate Swaha Idam Prajapate Idam Namama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idam Namama Om Maganaye Idam Maganaye Idam Namama I'm gonna make fun of all of you for how low that swaha was. Oh, Magne. Say it. What's the magic word? One more time. Louder. There we go. So you have to say it with that sort of vigor when you're making those offerings. Not swaha. Swaha. Om Somaya.
Swaha.
Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Om Bho.
Swaha.
Om Maganaye Idam Namama. I'm listening every time. Om Bhua.
Swaha.
Idam Vayave Idam Namama. Om Swaha.
Swaha.
Idam Suryaya Idam Namama. Om Suryaya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Suryaya Idam Namama. Om Chandraya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Chandraya Idam Namama. Om Haumaya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Haumaya Idam Namama. Om Buddhaya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Buddhaya Idam Namama. Om Brihaspati Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Brihaspati Idam Namama. Om Shukraya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Shukraya Idam Namama. Om Shanishcharaya Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Shanishcharaya Idam Namama. Om Rahave Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Rahave Idam Namama. Om Ketave Namaha.
Swaha.
Idam Ketave Idam Namama. Om Ganeshaya Namaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahagauriye Namaha. Om Mahasaraswate Namaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahalakshmiye Namaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahadurgaye Namaha.
Swaha.
Om Gurue Namaha.
Swaha.
Om Swadha. Swadha, we put the letter D in it. Om Sarvebhyo Pitribhyo Namaha Swadha. Om Bhurim Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurim Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurim Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. We take everything together in our hands and we stand it and join together as we make our final offering, known as Puranahuti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Purnanam Purnam Pratibhya Svanaramitamajhatamagani Abhigvam Samrajatite Jananamasanapahtrapjanantide Swaha. Om Sarvam Dve Purnagam Swaha. Om Sarvam Dve Purnagam Swaha. Om Sarvam Dve Purnagam Swaha. We join together, devotees, as we take blessings from Agneta Devata. Om Talavagani Sita Ram Pahi. Om Ariyodagani Sahariyorme Dehi. Om Varachodagani Sivarachume Dehi. Om Agniyam Tanva Puradantan Mahapruna. Om Tejvasi Tejamai Dehi. Om Hirimasi Hirimai Dehi. Om Balamasi Balamai Dehi. Om Ojosi Ojamai Dehi. Om Sahosi Sohomai Dehi. Om Shanti Rastu Pushti Rastu Vriddhi Rastu Vitapapram Tatipati Rastu Dvikare Chatishpade Surashanti Ramhavatu Achmanyam. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Yagayam Yanmalam Jalam Achmanam Mayadatum Grihetam Purushotam. Om Shanti 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 Hari. Om Prem Sagrogni Devata Ki Jai. Good. All right, kids, you're going to come take your seat back over here. Very good. And devotees, before we continue on, we have a very special guest in our audience today. And I say we worship our gurus. Gurus tell us where we need to go, what we need to do, and they guide us spiritually. So we do have a guru with us today. And I'd like to hand the microphone over to Pandit Riknath to offer a few prayers and maybe some words of encouragement, words of advice for the congregation.
Pandit Ram Ram. Ram Ram, everyone. God bless you with good health, strength, and knowledge. Before I start, I would like to let you know the origination of the Gayatri Mantra. We all heard about it, but we don't know what it is about and where it comes from. But before I start, I will have to sing the Sorata or the Sumiran because it comes from the Valmiki Ramayana. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Jo sumirat siddhi ho. Jo sumirat siddhi ho. Gananayak kari barbadana. Karvanghora so buddhahi. Rasi subha guna sadana. Muka hoi bakala pamgu. Karahi giri baragahana. Jasu kripa sodalaya. Dravahu sakala kalimala dahana. Nila saroruha Samaya Taruna Aruna Birajanayana Karahu So Mama Urdana Sadachir Sagar Sayana Kunda Indu Sama Deha Umaramana Karuna Ayana Jehidina Para Neha Karahu Kripa Mardana Mayana Bamdu Guru Para Kamja Kripa Sindhuna Rupa Hari Mahamohatama Pumja Jasubakana Rabi Karanikara Jasubakana Rabi Karanikara Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. It is said in the Valmiki Ramayana that there was a king in Satyug by the name of Vishwamitra, and he was a very powerful king. And it happens that one day he was wandering into the forest, and it happens after he came from the war, he was wandering in the forest, and he found the ashram of sage Vavishta. So with due honor, sage Vavishta honored him and gave him a seat and gave him water to wash his feet and gave him water to drink. And they were conversing about their health and how is the kingdom and things so forth. And what happens at the time, Vavishta says that your large army would be very hungry. So Vavishta has a cow, maybe you heard about it, the cow of plenty. But it was given to him by Brahma. And Vavishta asked the cow of plenty to provide all the necessary meals and food and everything for all the soldiers. It's over 50,000 soldiers, which the cow did. Everybody ate to their content, and they were happy. Since it was the king, he wants that cow now. And what he did, he asked for Vashishta for the cow. Vashishta said, it's not for him to give, so he cannot give the cow. So Vishwamitra get angry, and he left. He sent his soldiers, and they took the cow by force. On the way, the cow was meditating and was crying. And when asking Vavishta, why did you let me go? Why did you let these people kidnap me? And it happens that the cow, as he was going, was crying. He went to the kingdom of Vishwamitra, but the cow was not satisfied. So it happens that the cow, at one time, the cow ran back to Vavishta and asked Vashishta, why did he allow this to happen to him? Vavishta did not answer him. So the king sent his army to kidnap the cow the second time. And it happens with the power of the cow and the power of Vavishta, sage Vavishta, Vishwamitra army was defeated. So now Vavishta studied and find out that the power of a Brahmana is greater than anything else. So he decided to go. This is a long story, but I'll make it brief so you'll understand. So he decided now to go and do tapasya to become a Brahmana. So he did. And he prayed to Lord Shiva, and he asked for all the war equipment from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was pleased and gave it to him. So he came back now, and he tried to fight for the cow again, but he was defeated. So then he realized the second time that the power of a Brahmana is greater. So he decided to go do tapasya to become a Brahmana. So he did. For thousands of years, he become a rishi. He become a sage. He become, and Brahma, when he become a sage, Brahma give him the honor of a Brahmana. But he was still not satisfied. So he still continue on his tapasya until he came to a point where he become Brahma, they honor him with the title of Maharshi. So he was the greatest rishi to become a Maharshi. He came back now and he Brahma asked him to go and ask for forgiveness from Vavishta. And Vavishta honored his request. And there and then he wrote the great Mahamantra, which is the Gayatri mantra. And he says, Om Bhura Bhuva Swa Tat Savitur Varenyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodaya. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. God bless you all with good health, strength, and knowledge. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Dhanyavad, and thank you so much for those words of wisdom and that educational sermon. Devotees, before we commence with our sermon, I ask that we join together and clasp our hands, close our eyes, focus on the faith of Lord Ganesh, Mother Saraswati, and our gurus as we offer these prayers. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumini Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Saraswati Namasteyam Varade Kamarupini Vidharambham Karishyami Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deo Maheshwara Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Prem se Bolo Saraswati Mata ki jai. Prem se Bolo Gurudev ki jai. Bhagavatam Puram Srimad Bhagavatam Puram Bhagavatam Puram Srimad Bhagavatam Puram Bhagavatam Puram Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavatam Shri Devotees, today I'm going to keep it very short and really just introduce you to chapter 13 of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Canto 1, Book 1, chapter 13. We talked about chapter 12 last week. Did anybody do their homework last week for chapter 12? You guys remember what the homework was? The homework was to spin in a circle as fast as you can, and then to on one foot, and then spin in that same circle as slow as you can. Did anybody try it? Nobody came with a bruise today, so I'm assuming nobody tried it. I want you to try it again this week, because the point of that was to tell you that if you think something slower is easier, you're very, very wrong. Doing things slowly is very difficult. If I ask you to pray really fast, that's really easy. I can go through that really quickly. But if I went through each phrase, Om Vakratunda Mahakaya a lot of you already fell asleep, right? Because slower is harder. It's difficult. Slowing down is difficult, but I promise you it makes our lives better. Do you play any sports? Do you play basketball? Do you play any video games? Yeah? What video games? 2K? So when you're playing 2K, do you just hit the button as fast as you can and try to make the hoops? No, right? Sometimes you got to slow down. You got to take your time to practice, move the controller, move the joystick slowly. I play a lot of video games too. That's why I say that. So if I'm playing a game like Legend of Zelda and I want to go and make sure I'm doing something right, I slow down. If I'm playing a sport, let's say I'm playing soccer, and I need to work on kicking, I'm going to slow down the speed of my kick to hit the ball at the appropriate time, and then I'm going to go faster and faster and faster and faster. So try that homework at home. I want you to understand that going slower is much harder, but it leads to more significant improvements in your life. So chapter 13, we kind of move away from that whole slow down and speed up thing. We move into a new story, and the name of the story is called Dhritarashtra Quits Home. Now I want you to remember there's two great families that we talk about when it comes to the Srimad Bhagavad Puran that relates to the Mahabharata war. We have the Pandavas and we have the Kurus. So Dhritarashtra was essentially the king of the Kuru dynasty. Now even after the war was done and the Kurus were still around, he was still ruling. Now we have to understand that the most complicated part of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran is the fact that we introduce characters, but you don't get really a backstory in the script or text as to where those characters come from. So what we hear at the very beginning is Sutta Goswami telling everybody about a character that we hear whose name is Vidura. Vidura. You don't really hear about Vidura much. He's really prominent in this story, and you hear about him a lot. It says he was traveling to different places of pilgrimage, had received knowledge about the destination of the self from the great sage Maitreya. By that knowledge, sufficiently being acquainted with everything to be known, he returned to the city of Hastinapur. So Vidura, we have to understand, is another character in this great story. Very prominent figure in the Mahabharata. He was the half-brother of Dhritarashtra. But there was something unique about him. You would think that a half-brother would still have the same love, respect, royalty as his brother. Would you not? Well, if you've seen Game of Thrones, you know that's not true. Anybody with the name Snow was a half-brother, half-sibling, and they were not given the same rights and the same prominence that their other brothers and sisters were. So a half-brother and half-sister didn't get that much. He was actually cursed. It was a curse of Mukunda Muni, who under Yamaraj's responsibility was treated unjustly. Vidura himself was an incarnation of a Bhagwan. He was an incarnation of Yamaraj. And for the time he was cursed, it was for 100 years he had to play the part of a Sudra, a working class man. So he was not allowed to live the life of royalty. He was not allowed to live the life of a warrior. He had to live the life of a working class person. And during that time, somebody else had maintained the role he had to fulfill for the Kuru dynasty. So we hear about Vidura coming in. Now, what is the best way for a leader to become a leader? Sometimes you hear this in the military. You have folks who start off in the military, they start off as like grunt soldiers, and they work their way up through the ranks to become the leaders. And then you have others who go to just a school, they learn how to be leaders, and then they get put into a leadership position. What is the best way to become a leader? What is the best way to, somebody said it, experience. The best way to lead an organization is to have that experience. And how do you get that experience? By working. So if I have a new responsibility to go manage a field of farmers, do you think I'm going to be successful at that? My dad knows the answer to that question. Am I going to be successful at that? No. Why am I not going to be successful at that? I don't have a farm. The best thing I've grown is a strawberry. The other 20 died. So how am I going to manage a farm? So you have this person who's come into the story, Vidura, who was cursed. But I want you to understand that sometimes a curse or a difficulty or an obstacle can be a blessing. Because he had the knowledge of the working class, guess who is more fit to understand what the kingdom needed? That person who has the experience. Sometimes we're so far away from the actual topic, a veil is thrown over our eyes. We don't see exactly what's going on. So Vidura comes back. He arrives in Hastinapura, and everybody welcomes him. Yudhishthira is there. Dhritarashtra, Satyaki, Sanjaya, Kripacharya, all the Pandavas, all the Kurus, they come to welcome him. They say life awakened from death. They approached him in great delight to receive him with respect, with embraces and obediences. Because he was cursed, he was separated from his family. His family missed him. So he gets brought back. And they all sit down, and then Yudhishthira starts to talk about these things that they did. You remember how we brought up under the wings of your care together with our mother were derived and delivered from various calamities and poisoning. So he looks at his brother, or he looks at Dhritarashtra, Yudhishthir does, and he says, "Dear uncle," this is why it's kind of weird, because we're talking about family members too. Got to remember the orientation and the relation between these families. "Dear uncle, can you tell us what you saw or heard about our friends and well-wishers? Are the descendants of Yadu so wrapped in their service unto Krishna, all happy where they are living?" So the kings, these great powerful people who are surrounded by riches, wealth, some of us could call it privilege. So asking, how is everybody else doing? What's the rest of the kingdom like? They don't really have an idea. When you sit so high up in your iron throne, again, Game of Thrones reference, and you don't sit down and try to go down to the commonplace and look and see what's going on and understand what's there, you're really living in a world of what we call Maya. What does Maya mean in Hindi or in English? Illusion. Everybody's like, you guys are on, you point to it, you're on game today. You sit in a world of illusion. So of course, Vidura has to answer. But the question is he going to answer honestly? Or is he going to soften the blow of his answer? Vidura looks at all the kings and all the royalty, and he states to them essentially something that I'm going to tell you guys next week. Prem se Bolo Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. We'll learn more about it. You just got to tune in to either YouTube or just be here. That's all it is. Devotees, may we all please stand for fun art.
Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri 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 Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Test. At this time, devotees, I ask that you join together for me as you go ahead and clasp your hands. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your spine, drop your shoulders, relax your neck and your forehead. And with your eyes closed, avoid your mind of all thoughts, all negative emotions, and all worldly desires. With your mind void from all thoughts. At this time, focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you concentrate, one that helps you focus and join together with me as we chant. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschita Bhagavate Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktahinam Janardanam Yatya Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Darasam Papoham Papu Karmaham Papu Atma Papu Sambhava Trahim Bhundari Kaksham Sarva Papu Haram Om Tvameva Mathascha Pitha Tvameva Tvameva Bhagascha Sukha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asatuma Sadhamaya Tamasuma Jyotirgamaya Mrituma Mritamaya Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Om Shanti Antariksham Shanti Prithivi Shanti Atma Shanti Aushadaya Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Revi Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Prem se bol Ganesh Bhagwan ki Prem se bol Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki Prem se bol Vishnu Bhagwan ki Prem se bol Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki Prem se bol Shiva Shakti Mandir ki Prem se bol Sanatana Dharma ki. I let you get away with like 10 of them, okay? But the last one I don't let you get away with. Prem se Bolo, with love I say, the name of God, and then victory to that. So J is not J, it's J, right? Prem se Bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. Yeah, they did it. That was good. Remember, I'm my father's son, so even though I am somewhat quiet, I can be loud. I promise you on that one. Devotees, with this, we've come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. Again, just for my records, because I go back and look at these. Today being July 17th, 2022. Just a few announcements. Like I had mentioned, this past week, which was on Wednesday, July 13th, we had celebrated Guru Purnima. I did get a few calls for some members, and I know I called my own guru as well, just to catch up. So I hope you all had a wonderful Guru Purnima, and I hope you had a chance to connect with your guru. Remember, if you didn't get a chance to do it on Guru Purnima, every Thursday, which is known as Guruvar, you can always call your guru, check in on them, have some words of wisdom shared. Additionally, devotees, August is coming up. We have a lot of celebrations coming then. Thursday, August 11th is known as Raksha Bandhan. That is a celebration between brothers and sisters. So for those of you who have a brother and or sister, take some time, spend it with them. Have a good day. That is Thursday, August 11th. Thursday, August 18th is known as Krishna Janamashmi. We will be having service in person and virtually as well. So more announcements on that as the date and time, or as to the time. And then Tuesday, August 30th is the official, like the real creation story of Ganesh Chaturthi. There is one every month. You'll see it on your calendars. It will say every month Ganesh Chaturthi. But there's one that is a little more significant than the others. Just like there are certain Navratris that are more significant than the others. How many Navratris do we have a year? 4. One per season. So Ganesh Chaturthi for us will be celebrated on Tuesday, August 30th. Devotees in the very back, behind Mahendra, or we can call him Vanna White, there's a Mandir sign-up list. There's only a few names that are signed up for the rest of the year. I would really like to see if we can get some of those names filled out and folks to sign up and sponsor service. Keep in mind, when you sponsor for service, there's no monetary obligation. The only thing we ask is that you bring some fruits, flowers, and bring yourself and sit down. If you need assistance with cooking or preparing bhojan, you can always call the Lakshmi Sabha. You can call my mother, Auntie Rita, Auntie Jenny, and somebody out there can help you prepare food. But all you have to do is sign up and come and sit. Was today terrible for you guys? Was confused? He said no. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I wasn't too scary, was I? No. See, I may be bald, and bald people look scary, but I promise you, I'm not scary. See, they laugh too. And with that being said, devotees, we have no other announcements. Please do sign up in the back. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to refer those questions to myself or to our president or any of our board members. But devotees, I hope you all have a safe, wonderful, happy, healthy week. We'll see you next Sunday for our regular Sunday morning satsang. Jai Sita Ram. And with that being said, I will now hand the microphone over to our president in training and our president in training, Ishan and Jack.
Ram. Thank y'all for coming. I know we had a small crowd today, but thank you all for coming. First couple things we get over as president, get you guys out of here. Happy birthday to our very own Uncle Walter.
Sita Ram, everyone. And again, thank you all for coming. We have some guests with us today. Bahinji and Baichi, if you all could introduce yourself to the audience so we know who you are. Okay, Walter is hiding people from us. Huh? Okay, and
Let me say,
yeah.
me and Vahan Chandra, we were with Ripuda Mampasad and Prakash Gosai. We traveled the whole of Guyana at Yajna and singing bhajans and fortunately a few years now she come to live in Georgia and we get to meet after so many years. So once again, personally, I thank you and your host. Come.
Very good, thank you, and Pandit Rick and Bain Agnes, thank you all for coming here. I want to thank Bhai Walter and Bahin Sirani for sponsoring this week puja. The Omicron virus is still very up and alive. There's a new variant called BA.5, highly contagious. In 40 years of marriage, I didn't expect that I was going to sleep on the west side of my house and my wife was going to sleep on the east side of the house because she came down last Tuesday with the virus, and this morning, me and Mahendra, we test every day, so two of us are negative, but she's isolated, and she's in isolation. And this morning when we tested her, she was still positive 6 days later, and she started fussing because she said she's tired being isolated, the room is locked, and I think if you cut my hand right now, what's going to float instead of blood? Probably aerosol, because there's so much of the stuff being sprayed all over the house to keep the house sanitized. But want you all, I'm asking you all to please exercise caution because Nidra didn't go anywhere except for church on Sunday, and then Monday evening or Tuesday morning she went to Walmart, and by Tuesday afternoon she started feeling sick, and when we administered the Wednesday morning when we administered, yeah, go ahead, share it. When we administered the test, she came positive. So we had our grandbaby with us, and the father had to dash over and stole the grandbaby away from us and took the grandbaby home because the grandbaby loved to gaff with grandpa. So just can't wait to get back to that stage, son, to bring the grandbaby over so he could gaff with grandpa. We do have Bojan, so thank you all very much again for Bojan, Bahin Sarani, and please stay back, partake in, and lots of our members are not here today, so you all that are here, the rest of our members, we're going to pitch in together and we're going to get everything done and before we go back home this afternoon. So again, thank you all very much. Stay safe out there, please. If you go out, nobody wear mask anymore. Please wear masks. I came to Gwinnett on Friday to give a speech at the chamber. Nobody wore masks, number one. And number two is your traffic is crazy over here. From Spaghetti Junction to Sugarloaf, and from Sugarloaf back to Spaghetti Junction, it took me maybe an hour, bumper to bumper. I'm taking picture and I'm sending it to my staff and says, send my helicopter to take me back to the airport. Your traffic is really, really bad out here in the day. So, yeah, all of you need to move to Fayetteville. We don't have any traffic over there. Everybody ride bicycle. No, we ride bicycle and we walk. So, because we spend all of the time at the beach. We're at the beach most of the time. All right, by Walter, we're going to celebrate your birthday. If you can, come over here, please, and we'll celebrate your birthday. You all ready to pass the flower around? And Benji, would you do us the honor of singing the birthday song for by Walter?
By Danny, you want to sing now? I don't know that one. Huh? Me? No, it didn't. Is it in here?
You do it? You know it?
Not really.
Well, do whichever one if you're comfortable.
Let me see. तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. Maybe too high for me. तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. आज जन्मदिन आज जन्मदिन आज जन्मदिन तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. Happy birthday to you. तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. तेरा आज जन्मदिन तुमको मुबारक हो. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday